it's I started looking at some of the stories for today, and it looks like that one of our favorites is back.
Obi's in the news
Again. Let me apologize to the audience and to all of you who listen for the fact that I had a free shot to tackle Keith Olbermann on the streets of New York City, and I did not do it.
You got to admit, we have an unbelievable record.
I'd already be out of jail by now.
Of running into celebrities in New York.
Right.
Okay, we run into Matt Lauer. Okay.
Right.
I have run into Meredith Vieira before in the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
I've run into what's her name, Gwyneth Paltrow twice. Once on a plane.
Well, one time she ran into you.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken.
I hope for some reason, sometime I get to be on a talk show with her that I can tell that story.
Yeah.
And see if she remembers it.
Bubba trashing the airplane.
It wasn't me. It was somebody before me.
Now, wait a minute.
Because I went in there and I was like, good gracious.
And Bubba walks
Blue
out
ice,
face to
everybody.
face with Gwyneth Paltrow. Do not go in there. Never, and I know you didn't do this because we talked this before. You didn't watch the TV show Lost, did you? That series?
Just every now and then I call it.
I never saw. I heard it was really good. I never saw it. This actor who played on Lost, and he was also in The Green Mile. Those of you who saw The Green Mile, he was the guy we all hated. That his daddy was somebody big in the government, and Hanks and them didn't want him working on death row with them, but his daddy put him there, and his big deal is he wanted to execute somebody while he was there, and he was kind of the villain. It was a little deeper than that, The Green Mile, but he was kind of the character that nobody liked. And the actor playing that, Bubba, has just announced that he is marrying a 16-year-old girl. He's 50.
Or has married.
Yeah, has married. He's 51 years old.
Doug Hutchison is his name?
Yeah, actor Doug Hutchison.
51, revealed Monday. He has married 16-year-old Courtney Alexis Stodden.
Stodden.
Stodden, Stodden.
That probably was
an aspiring country singer.
16, a 51-year-old creep has married a 16-year-old girl.
The couple
by the way. I don't consider a 16-year-old a woman.
The couple insisted that despite their 35-year age gap, there's nothing strange about their relationship, except it's probably illegal in most states.
Right, and the fact that by the time you're 25, your husband will be dead.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe she's playing for the second round.
Right.
We're aware that our vast age difference is extremely controversial, they said in a statement, but we're very, very much in love and want to get the message out there that true love can be ageless, the statement added. Boy, you just see the handwriting on the wall.
Well,
I bet this will be a long and prosperous relationship.
And I blame the parents, too, because they signed off on it.
Listen to the parents. Well, first of all, in Nevada, it says a minor can obtain a marriage license. She must have consent of her parent, as Speedy said, her legal guardian, which was no problem here. Listen to the parents of a 16-year-old who is marrying a 51-year-old man. We are totally supportive of this marriage. That's her mother. Of course, we don't hear a comment from a dad there. No surprise there. Doug is a wonderful man.
Well, he's probably older than the dad.
Well, that's true. Or there is no dad, which is why a daughter would make this kind of decision, but don't get me started on that. Says he's a wonderful man. We love him.
Don't read all of this.
Oh, I did.
Don't read all of it. It's going
well, I already saw that. Says she's a good Christian girl and that she came into the marriage relationship the way you should. Well, yes, she's 16. I mean, you're acting like she reached some milestone on her purity there. It's like... so if she was 32, that might be something to talk about. But I mean,
do you want to hear a chorus from one of her songs? She's, an inspiring country singer.
Is it a song?
Apparently.
Is it a song about being in love with old men?
No, this is hurting people, Rick.
Well, she's. That's country.
Well, it said country, but apparently it's not.
Is that country?
No, it's not.
It does say
Could
country.
be.
And
all right.
She better be pretty.
Are y'all familiar with her at all?
Thank
Are
you,
familiar
sir,
with
for
her at
getting
all?
I've never heard of this person. Well, Bubba, she's only 16. Not many people have ever heard of her being alive. She hasn't been here very long.
They said she had to. She just got her driver's license. The ink was still wet on the card, so she could go to her ceremony.
Y'all, this is creep city. What kind of man? I mean, seriously, if you're 51 You realize how many weirdos are in this story? All right, number one, the man. He's a creep, okay? Number two, the mom is creepy. And number three, the daughter's creepy. I mean, it's nothing but a creep show.
I'm trying to find a picture of her.
Oh, I've got it.
Have you got it?
Yeah.
What does she look like?
Right outside. This is 21 hours ago here. Hold on.
Bubba, most 16-year-old girls can be pretty. I mean, you just shouldn't marry them.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're 51.
There they are right outside the chapel in Las Vegas.
Are you sure that's the right picture? She looks older than him.
Yeah, she does.
Here's the article right. Let's see.
That can't be right.
Well, it's
I know it's frustrating.
It's very creepy.
Okay, well, no, I tell you, Rick, it's this
Story.
Look,
the way there's something wrong with this story here. There is something
Bubba,
wrong.
There you go.
He's the one that looks 16.
Yeah, he's 51. I've seen him in that, and I saw him in the Green Mile. I never watched that other show. And
well, she does look a little older than 16. You have to say that.
yeah, even though I'm not sure that makes it okay.
No, I'm not saying that. But if you see that couple walking down the street, you're not even going to notice. If anything, he looks like he's too young.
Yeah, but the fact is, though, Bubba, he does know it, and so does her mom. I agree with you; they can pull it off.
Gosh, this is
but,
odd.
But everybody in it does know it. I mean, that's the whole problem with the whole thing. Let me tell you, if you're trying to get married and you have to go to a special, you have to go. I've heard of going to the father of the bride, which undoubtedly there's not one here, and asking for permission to marry his daughter. That's a classy thing to do. But when you have to go to the local government and make sure and get paperwork so you're able to marry someone because they're so young, there's somewhere along that trip to the courthouse you have to go. You know what? Maybe this is not the right thing to do.
Yeah.
He said he was going to wait till she got in her 20s, but he didn't know if he'd still be alive.
Right. I mean, this is just very odd looking.
I mean, who does this guy think he is, Michael Douglas? But anyway,
It's just so odd looking.
and again, Bubba, and I've said this before. To each his own when it comes to marriage, but if I'm 51, okay, and I am marrying someone who is 30, that's still a little creepy, and it's a little weird. But it's not. It doesn't feel near as bad, and that happens. We've seen those marriages do very well. But being 30 years apart when someone is, say, 60 and 30, and being 30 years apart when someone's 51 and somebody's 16 and 51 are different planets.
Yeah.
30 and late 50s, it's different, but it's not as different.
All right, look, I have found a quote from her dad, and I'm not even going to show the picture there. That's not. She's in an American.
Who does he think he is? Jessica Simpson's dad now?
Rick, please look. Look, I found a quote. It says that the dad says of Doug, he's the nicest man I've ever met in my life. Every father can only pray to have such a man behind their daughter.
Well, you know what? If your daughter looks the way she does and dresses like she does, there'll be a lot of men walking around behind her.
Her dad is 47.
You've let a 51-year-old perv get his jollies is what you've done.
Yeah.
That's what you've done. You've just said, well, you know what? If you marry her, then,
Her dad is older than the new son-in-law. Younger. He's younger than the son-in-law, excuse me. I don't know why I said older.
Yeah, older is the normal side.
He's 47. But I'm sorry, I'm mistaken.
He's saying things he wished were true.
Yeah.
Aside from the numbers, if you see them walking down the sidewalk, that's to me is even as odd as the marriage itself. She looks way older than that. He doesn't look near that old.
Daddy goes on to say
It's
that
weird
Courtney is
looking.
one of
The
the
whole
most
thing's
level-headed
weird.
girls out there, and I'm not
Whole
just saying
thing's
that
weird.
because she's my daughter.
I mean, she looks a lot older than 16, Rick. For
I
some reason.
I love they're calling her a good Christian girl with that picture they just showed of her dressed in only a flag.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Well, she's patriotic, too.
Rick and Bubba.
Turning to the international front, have y'all been following this big debate going on in Saudi Arabia right now?
No.
You know, they're having a big debate about if women should be able to drive. Did you know that? In the kingdom, they call it.
Look, you know what we need to do? We need to let them know immediately that we had that discussion here and our decision was not a wise.
That is Rick that
That's
said
Rick
that.
at-
Rick.
I didn't
said
say
that.
nothing.